Hi, this is the Daily Forex report for November 7th. We are looking at the U.S. Japanese yen pair. This particular pair did gap at the open, not too many pips, about 11 pips or so. Looks like it's trying to retrace already. This pair overall is moving sideways with the bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 81.81, possibly as low as 80.13. Look for some resistance around 81.50 and look for some support around 80.50. Okay, now looking at the Euro USD pair, this particular pair closed lower. Overall, we're looking for this pair to continue moving sideways, potentially moving up to 143.30, possibly as low as 138.73. Look for some resistance around 142.50 and look for some support around 139.90. Okay, now looking at the pound US dollar pair, this particular pair closed down during this last session. Overall, has a slight bias to the upside. Look for it to potentially go as high as 163.75, possibly as low as 160.53. Look for some resistance around 163.00 and look for some support around 161.05. Okay, now the US Swiss, this particular pair closed up on Friday, didn't really gap at the open. We are looking for it to continue, or basically continue moving sideways overall, long term, going sideways. Does have, or did have, a slight bias to the downside last week, so definitely keep an eye on that. Look for some resistance around 0.9695 and look for some support around 0.9550. Okay, now as far as news announcements to go, we really don't have any significant news announcements being released over the next session. So what I'm looking for, we actually have a swing trade opportunity here in the US Japanese yen pair that was created over the past 3 sessions. Looking for a breakout here. Look for it to come up to this point, and that point could be, we may not have enough pips here as far as profit. Let's see how far it goes. Got about a 6 pip move there, 5 pip move up to this point, about 17. So I would definitely look, if you want to do a very quick scalp, maybe a 2 pips or so right here, but most likely exiting at this point. Let's just take a look at the other pairs here. We have the Euro USD. This pair has also created a swing trade opportunity right there. It did gap. It has not filled that gap, so we're looking for it to do that. The trend line pretty much is at the gap as well. Swing trade opportunity, looking for it to come down. If that's the case, we definitely want it to come down to probably around this area, back to previous areas of resistance here along the way. So we have some support and then it turns into resistance, which would now be support again at about 45 pips of the break of this trend line. Now the pound US dollar pair, this pair actually created an inside bar. You could look for a break to the downside. If that's the case, it would have to go a pretty good way. So not sure if it's going to get there or if the breakout would be sufficient, because if you notice, we have an area of resistance at that point and support, resistance, resistance. So this area, if it broke out to the downside, you definitely want to take it a little bit further down than the 160.75 mark and let it come on down a little bit further and then look to take the trade probably down to this area. Well, I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.